I just lost the screen
Becky, I think you're cutting out a little bit.
on my phone. There we go. And so I issues because this is really hard on my phone. So the trilogy, I kind of what did I want to say about this? I wanted to just share. They all fit together. Like if you're stressed about your finances or how you whatever, then you kind of can affect your relationships, and it keeps you up at night, and then it affects your sleep, and you're not sleeping well, and then you don't have good self control about your choices and being organized and planning your meals, and you eat crappy, and then it's just like this cycle, and you don't realize that sometimes it started just from one of those legs not being equal in balance with the other. So if I explain that, I kind of rewrote my story and put it into using the trilogy, but I can't find it on my phone here. Oh, maybe I'll find it. So I think that's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight is how can we use the trilogy as part of our story and in presenting to other people. And if it comes up on my phone, I'll read it. But if not, okay. Found it. Should I go for it and read it to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. So I kind of rewrote my story to include all of the trilogy. So when I run into somebody, I'm going to tell them, this is my new story. It says, I work for a personal development company who teaches and supports people in creating their optimal health through changing their habits of health and establishing the strong foundation of a healthy body, a healthy mind, and healthy finances. Before I began this program, I had struggled with depression and tried to feel my self-worth. I tried a lot of things looking for the magic solution of happiness and self-motivation. As I started this program, I was hoping to improve my eating habits and feel better physically, but I was shocked at how good I felt inside and my attitude toward myself. I started health coaching a year and a half ago, and I share my health and happiness. And once again, I am shocked by the financial benefits of coaching. Now I am building a financial security to support my lifelong dreams and aspirations, build family relationships, and fulfill my purpose in life. For me, this health program has improved my overall health by developing a healthy body, a healthy mind, and healthy finances. So that was just kind of what I wrote down, and I've been sharing more in the scripts and when I talk to people in presenting my program in the challenge or whatever. It's just kind of all of them together, and I'm not going to leave any one of those out anymore. So that's my story about the trilogy. And do you have any questions, or do you want to talk about it? Or
Yeah, thank you so much, Becky. I love to hear your story. Now, for those of you, I've been able to be with Becky from the start of when she was a health coach. She happened to just come to a health chair that we were doing. She had not done the program. She wasn't, Becky was in good shape to begin with. So it's an important point to remember those kind of people. Now, there are lots and lots of people on our, our national team and in Take Shape for Life. My own personal team, we've had lots of people that have started as a health coach that didn't necessarily, have a problem with their healthy body. Like that piece might have been okay for them. But with Becky specifically, she came to one of these health shares and she just wanted to be able to help other people with that piece, but needed a vehicle to be able to do it with. So it's been a really fun journey to be able to see her progression. And I love your story, Becky, because I know that that's something, all of those areas have been affected for you, even in a place where, you didn't have 100 pounds to lose or, anything like that. You had some improvements that you could make, and that was helped, of course. And then to hear, your healthy mind and your healthy finances. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, so a couple things. I totally forgot to start recording until a few minutes into this. So for those of you that are listening to the playback, I'll just explain. Becky was just sharing her takeaways from our Go Global weekend. She was talking about, the full trilogy offering of Take Shape for Life. So sorry that you are coming into it a little bit late. And I also failed to mention or failed to kind of take roll. So I can see a few of you on the screen, but I know we've got some call-in users too. So who's on the call tonight that's on a phone? Unmute yourself and say hi.
Okay, Susan Johnson, hi.
Hi, Susan, yay! Thanks for being on the call. Who else is on? Who else wants to say hi?
Becky, I just called it again. I lost it.
Hi, you're back. Who else do we have?
Yeah, I'm back.
I believe you have Liz Henderson on the line too.
Who?
Liz Henderson?
Liz Henderson. Hey, Liz. Who else do we have?
I'm sorry, I'm here. My children are just bothering me. I'm sorry. Hi.
Is that Liz?
Trying to get kids to bed. Hi.
Hi,
Yes.
thanks for being on. Anybody else want to say hello? Okay, so I know some of you guys have to be muted because you guys are busy doing some things with the family, but thank you guys all. I see Sarah in the corner. Hey, Shannon's on, Amy's on, Danielle, Lucy, Carrie. And there's also another person that has not a name listed. So hey, welcome, welcome. So these Thursday
I
nights.
think that may be Christy.
What was that?
I think that may be Christy.
Oh, Christy, you on?
Christy may be on, yes.
Okay, awesome. So, thank you guys for being on. We got some fun stuff to go over to. I'm going to share my screen, but this team is such a great family. So I'll just share, a little of our experience over Go Global weekend. What's really fun is that you guys get to know the coaches on the team really, really well. And so people that you even haven't met before, you get put in an environment where you are with like-minded people that, dream big and have hopes and want to serve and love other people. And so you just become instant friends. So I'm hoping that this community of our team calls is going to really strengthen our team. And then the time that we get to spend at events together is going to be even more fun because we're getting to know each other here. So, okay, with that, I'm going to share my screen for a minute. Hopefully this is going to work out okay. Give me just a second. All right. Okay. Can you guys see that okay? Will someone shout out to me because I'm only looking at my screen now and I can't see you guys.
I can see it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Becky mentioned the trilogy. Now, I mentioned on the call earlier this morning that it seemed like a really funny word to me. It sounded kind of like Star Wars, but that was my own hang up. Basically, it just means that there are 3 really important aspects that we help people with. So if you are only sharing the healthy body part of our program, you are missing out on a huge, huge opportunity. So here on Healthy Body, now this is something you can order a pack of these through Take Shape for Life. It's also been downloaded in Leader of the Pack and then hopefully in your own separate coach groups so that you can just print them off if you want to right on your computer. But this is such an amazing tool that you can share with people because like Becky said, they are all so interconnected. Look at these things. If you don't, one thing that we talked about in a workshop over the weekend was if you don't have healthy finances, how does that affect your body? Have you heard people say that they cannot afford to eat healthy? Who's had that? That's a common misconception, right? Who can't afford a gym membership because they don't have healthy finances? Who can't afford to go, hey, get a massage? Those are important. So you can see how, those things are interconnected. We all have been trained so well through Kim Fisk, the connection between a healthy body and a healthy mind and the really important piece of that. So hopefully you guys will take advantage of this. Now on the bottom, well, let me back up just a second. If you're sharing this with somebody, this is even something you could just put on your phone as a little photo. I know Lydia Wente does this a lot, where she will send this to someone before she is, presenting the coaching opportunity, but this can also be for clients, because I think we're really shifting to that as well. But she'll send them a little picture before she's got an appointment to chat with them, so that they can look through it. They can get an idea, kind of circle where they're at, and then she has the opportunity to talk to them about all three of those areas and how Take Shape for Life can benefit in all of those things. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down here, and we're going to look through this a little bit. Now, we are going to do this for ourselves. Now, you might, we'll kind of go through it really quickly tonight. But if you want to take some more time later on today, or in the next couple of days to kind of get a better idea or to be a little more clear. Sweetie, I can't right now, okay? Sorry, guys. I've got kids wandering around too. Okay, can you still hear me? Everybody still there?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So for all of you, healthy body, let's go through this. Are you at a healthy weight with a BMI of under 25? Put yourself, we're just going to assign a 1 through 10, 10 being the best. I know how much we love our 1 to 10 scale. Eating right. Now, this, of course, is up for interpretation, because 5 and 1 is not the only thing that we offer, and it might not be, the stage of the program where you're at. So give yourself a number for that. Sleeping well. That's we posture that strongly, how important healthy sleep is. Working out regularly, at least 3 times a week. No medications, and an active lifestyle. So do you guys have kind of, I know I'm going through these quickly, but you kind of have an idea of where you're at personally. I don't have, I'm not going to ask you all to share, but okay, we're going to move on down. Healthy mind. No, I don't know if anyone can say that they have no stress, but give yourself a number on that, just like we do with our interested call. Is Ken's pulling out? Well, I don't know. This is backwards than how I do it in an interested call, but 10 is, I guess 10's the best. If you have no stress, give yourself 10. Do you have time for family? Hey, if somebody's got background noise, would you mind muting? I'm not sure who it is. Okay. Someone's rocking out to some music. Okay. Do you have time for your family? Do you feel happy and fulfilled? How about this one? This is a really big one. Are you enjoying your job and career or retirement? A lot of people don't even have a retirement. And how are you doing in spiritual or personal growth? This is taught all the time as a leader in Take Shape for Life, that your business will never grow faster than you do personally. So that's a big one. And how about pursuing hobbies or interests? Okay. And then the last thing, healthy finances. How's your job security? A lot of people think they're really secure until they lose their job, right? Okay, how about debt-free? Mortgage, credit cards, car payment? Are you, do you have anything saved up for your kids' educations? Or that could also be, if you have the opportunity to send your kids where you want to right now. We got to hear from some really great leaders over the weekend that get to send their kids to a really amazing private school because they have the healthy finances to do that. It's very cool. Okay, how about a robust retirement fund? Are you counting on Social Security when you retire, or are you going to be in better shape financially when that time comes? Do you have time and money to contribute to charities and church, if that's an important thing for you? Is that an option right now? Do you have significant immediate income? I know that's one that a lot of people struggle with. And then how about greater cash flow? Things you can use for travel, extravagant purchases. That one's, who knows what that means to you, but okay. I'm gonna stop my share here so I can see you guys again. All right, will you guys just give me raise of hands or thumbs up if you have seen that and if you've worked through that yourself?
I have a copy of it.
Okay, very good. Okay, well, this is a really great opportunity, and it always starts with you first. So it's really, really good practice for you guys to go through this every now and again. Kind of just take a mental picture of where you're at in those areas. Now, my favorite thing about that, the lines underneath, all of those things, time for family. Are you happy and fulfilled? Can you pursue your hobbies and interests? When you go through those, do you guys start thinking of people that have a need for those kind of things besides just a healthy body? Does that get some things stirring in your brain of people that are that maybe you've been missing out on?
Yeah.
Okay. So now that you've done that for yourself, the second step is, while you're going through that, think about people who are like that. Maybe someone who's close to retirement, and that they're probably going to struggle when they're out of retirement. Think about somebody who really loves to travel. Like, talk to them. Isn't this an amazing opportunity to be able, well, first of all, it doesn't even feel like you need to go on vacation sometimes, because you get to go to Take Shape for Life events and hang out with your friends. So that's kind of a fun thing. And it's a write-off. Woo! We love that. How about time for family? How many of you guys know people that have to work a lot of hours and don't get to be with their family very often? That's a big one. What about someone who you would think from the outside has really healthy finances, but they have to sacrifice balance in their life to do that? One really interesting thing that was shared from Dan Bell over the weekend was he kind of shared the demographics for the direct selling industry, which we're lumped into. We're not necessarily the same as all of the other companies that are in that grouping, but he shared, like the age groups that were in that. Tacey, do you remember this? Sorry, make you unmute for a second.
Yeah, I was just trying to find my notes where he talked about some of that stuff.
Okay, so basically the gist of it,
the specifics.
yeah, but basically the gist of it was like, age 18 to whatever. Like, he blocked it off into 4 different age groups, of adults, and it was like 25%, 25%. It was almost, equal in every group, that adults in every age category are looking for this kind of opportunity. So people that are in the direct sales industry are not in any particular age. Does that make sense? I'm kind of rambling. Do you all understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah, so basically our opportunity is for every age and every demographic, because as you go through those things, you'll notice that any of those questions can't be nailed to just one particular age or one particular gender. Those are all things that everybody wants with the American dream, right?
Right.
Okay. So, as far as you creating your trilogy story, I know that's kind of how we wanted to posture this call. Take some time with your mentor coach. Kim shared over the weekend, and you may have heard her say this before, that she lost like 50 pounds when she did the program. And when she was in that place, it was so exciting, and it was really inspirational for her to hear. But now, 6 years later, it's not really that exciting for her to hear, because that's not what she's the most excited about. And I'll say for myself too, I didn't do the weight loss phase as long ago as she did, but I lost 25 pounds on the program, which was really cool. And I was really excited to share that with people, when I was kind of in that area. But because I lost 25 pounds, and think about your own personal story, how this has helped. Because, either you lost weight, or you just learned how to get healthy, or you just found an opportunity, where you could help other people that were struggling with those things. How has that helped you in your mind? And how has that helped you in your finances? And some of you might be brand new coaches, and so you're still kind of figuring this all out for yourself. And your story will always, always evolve. But isn't it so exciting? And for me, it's so much more exciting that I can share with people what happened, as my weight loss phase was just a catalyst of everything that was to come. Would you guys all, those of you that have been coaches for a while, would you agree that the most exciting thing was not the weight loss? It's what came after?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm going to just kind of leave it at that. Work with your mentor coach. If you're sharing the same story that you were when you started as a brand new coach, or even if you're a new coach and you just you're just not feeling the excitement, that you want to share with people. Your story is magical. Your story is what inspires other people. you know, that there's hope for change and that there's hope for better things out there. So with that, we've got like 4 minutes left. I want to just open it up for questions or comments. Anybody have anything you want to ask or that you want to share? Hey, Danielle. Yay! Oh my gosh, do you see how we're totally in sync?
I'll contribute. Okay. Hi.
So everybody knows Danielle.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
It's kind of fuzzy.
Yep.
Okay, you're okay now.
Hi. I'm sorry. Oh, good. Okay. So I was at Global too, and this is prior to going to that seminar. It was all about weight loss for me, and it really opened my eyes. And there are people that I weren't talking to, and there were people that I prejudged them, and I figured, they don't need to lose weight. They got this up. That's not for them. And going through the process at Go Global, I realized that like that's very selfish of me, because there are three components, like you all said, that this program addresses. It's not just about the weight loss. The weight loss is one of the wonderful side effects of it, but it's not just that. And I believe they're both on the call tonight, but I have 2 brand new coaches who I wouldn't have spoken to about this previously, and like they're amazing people who are going to just change the world. Like Christy, I don't know if you're there and you can hear, but she's one who would be interested, and she loves helping people, and she's coaching. And Liz, same thing. She's looking for change, and you just never know.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Hey, Carrie. She left the room. I'm going to see if she can hear me. Carrie Statler. Hey, there she is. All right, back your phone up. We need a body shot. This is embarrassing. I'm sorry. Okay, guys, you have to I want to just piggyback off from what Danielle said. So Carrie is one of my very, very best friends. Do you see that girl? She's always looked like that. So think about the people in your world. If I had thought that this program was only for weight loss, I wouldn't have her as an amazing health coach on my team. And she has a really, really big business and a really strong team. So thank you, Danielle, for sharing that. Thanks, Carrie, for letting me embarrass you.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else have any comments or questions? Carrie, while you're unmuted, you want to share anything that you took away from the weekend?
I think just like Becky said, the trilogy, especially for me not having a weight loss story, I just loved the idea. Like it just kind of was like an aha moment. Like, why don't we share all of it when we're talking to people right off the start? So I loved that. Gosh, there were so many great ideas, and I think that's one of the reasons, like, just to encourage people, you just got to get there, because there's so much. And nobody would have taken the same thing, from what your union is. I just say work on getting into executive director, join the party, and just get the great training.
Thanks, Carrie. Okay, anybody else? Anybody else have questions or comments?
I just want to reiterate, because this was a huge thing for me. And like everybody said, like, not to say, throw it in your face because you weren't there, but it's hard to express when you're not there. But the whole trilogy thing was huge for me. I loved my weight loss story. I felt like, I kind of felt like myself again and whatever else. But the trilogy, I really need to figure that out, because as I've been having conversations with people, that's huge. But as I went back and thought, okay, growing up, what were the biggest stressors in my family? And a lot of times it was the finance, and the finance led to so many other things. And then the stress management, when it's all just interconnected. And so I know that I said this on the call this morning or whatever, but that's what I just keep coming back to is, how would that have helped in my family growing up if some of those things had not been the stressors that they were? And so just in the conversations I've had with people in just the last 3 days, it's amazing how many people who, may not have a weight loss story, but they're looking for something else. They're looking for what it is that we have to offer. And somebody said it, you know, I go global. It's kind of selfish not to share that. If you really, truly value what it is that we have, why would we not share that with anyone and everyone? Because all we're doing is sharing. You know, we're not preaching, we're not telling, you know, they can take it or leave it, but we need to open our mouths and let them know what it is that we have, because it's a life changer. So anyway.
Yeah. Thanks, Stacy. All right. Anybody else on the call want to say hi? All right. Well, I appreciate you guys so much for being on. Thank you for taking the time to be here with the team tonight. We'll have the call again, same time. It's going to be the same place every Thursday night. And then we decided over the weekend that we would add a morning call on Thursdays, because sometimes evenings are hard. So that time is 8 a.m. Pacific, and then just figure out your time zone from there. So thank you guys for being on. We'll talk soon.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.